Hey, what's shaking YouTube? Thanks again for watching Poor Boys RC, where today the good folks at DEERC have sent over the 9206E, their four-wheel drive, full-scale, all-electric, ready-to-run buggy for us to check out. If you want to know more about this buggy, stay tuned. We're going to do an unboxing. We're going to go out and test this thing and see what it's made out of.
Excellent!
So these are being sold on Amazon right now, guys. So I will have a link in the description box below so you can find your very own. They have a whole lineup of different RC products, a lot of really neat offerings. But let's continue on with this guy and see what we got going on inside this box. There's something else there. Come on, you. Looks good. We have radio there. Random body pin fell out. Wicked. Let's start with the big stuff and work our way to the small stuff. First thing is first, what do we think about the looks of this vehicle itself? Check it out, guys. This is a 1/10 scale, four-wheel drive monster truck, four-wheel independent suspension. As you can see there, front and rear, double wishbone style. And you may be wondering, what is with this funky looking body? Now this one here in particular came with a separate clear Lexan body. More on that later. That's it there, guys. Kind of got this futuristic Max D post-apocalyptic monster truck body on it, which is super, super rad. Got a very cool paint scheme on it. Looks like it's moving fast, standing perfectly still. Got a nice big shock absorbent bumper in the front with some LED lights there that we see. Nice big tires. Feels like I don't think there's a foam inside there, but a really nice tread pattern. Very aggressive style. Tires are glued onto the rims, which is nice. Pop this body off and see what else we got going on. So the shocks on this kit, guys, it looks like this is just a non-oil filled friction shock. So it's got a little more of a kickback than an oil filled shock would. It does have this adjustable collar right here though, that allows you to just turn it down like that. And you can see how threaded that shock body is. And that will give you a little more ride height, depending on the conditions, depending on how you want to drive it. Again, we have four-wheel independent suspension, double wishbone style front and rear, with a flat bottom chassis. Looks like we have a bit of a steel stiffener plate up in the front and no stiffener plate or bumper in the rear. The kit came equipped with a 2S LiPo battery. We can take a quick peek at that. It's got a nice little hold-down tray for your LiPo. There's your battery there. The DEERC's 7.4 volt or a 2S 1800 milliamp battery. We've got a brushed 540 style motor right here and a 2-in-1 speed controller and receiver unit right here. Here we've got our steering servo, which has an integrated servo saver. I can see a little spring underneath there, so that should help protect the servo gears in the event of a hard hit. Steel dog bones in the rear. Powering the front wheels, we have a steel universal style front axles. There's also multiple shock mounting positions depending on where you want your lower and upper shock mounts to sit on both front and rear to tune the vehicle to different driving conditions. Now this is more of a basher, so you might not be that inclined to spend a lot of time setting up your suspension, but if you want to, the option is there. As far as the rest of the components of the kit go, everything is made of super soft, very flexible, but non-adjustable plastic. The differentials and the drivetrain on this truck are all steel, which is a really nice thing to have. It's going to be very strong, very robust. And as mentioned earlier, the kit does come with a spare Lexan body, which is really, really cool. So we're going to do a fun paint scheme on this one, do something a little different than what you're going to find right out of the box. It's nice that they added that. I like it. Get to personalize one of these things. Let's keep going. What else do we have in here, guys? We've got a radio in this box. Let's check it out. So there's the radio the kit comes with, 2.4 gigs, so you're not gonna have to worry about radio interference with other vehicles. It operates off of 3 AA batteries down there, which I believe you're gonna have to supply. I don't think they're gonna come in the kit. Very ready to run kind of feeling radio. It's basic, but it does feel very comfortable in the hand. This speed switch is actually kind of neat. You can dial it down to reduce the amount of output that comes out of the speed controller, therefore out of the motor, limiting the amount of speed, which is nice for someone learning how to get comfortable driving an RC car. From there, you can turn it up as your comfort level and your skill level increases. What else? We had a couple little bags fall out here. Let's see what's in this guy. In bag number 1, we have a USB style charger. These take about a couple of hours to charge up that battery, or you can just use your conventional battery charger. It came with a small Felipe. Cross wrench, cleaning brush, which is pretty cool. Little sweep up when you're done. Ooh, spare parts. This I like. This I like. Look at this, guys. Body pins with the pull tabs. We've got some wheel hexes because they do tend to break. We've got some extra screws, some wheel nuts, some drive pins in case you lose them. Pretty cool. Nice little bit of a spare parts kit. Sweep that all up out of the way there. Oh, nice. A spoiler. Okay. With some spoiler mounts. I was wondering what the 4 holes in the back of that body are for, so that makes perfect sense. We're going to take this guy, we're going to put it in here, and this guy's going to go in there, and then that guy's going to go in that guy, and that guy's going to go in that guy. We're going to have a spoiler on the body. Very, very cool. I like it. I like it a lot. What else do we have in the bags? This bag here happens to have another LiPo battery. Same spec, 7.4 volt, 1800 milliamp hour. 2 LiPos, 2 body shells, and the last thing I'm going to talk about in this unboxing portion of the video is the, oh my gosh, the manual. It just likes to go flying out of my hands apparently. And then it's also got this really nice big exploded view with all of your part numbers. So if you do need to get more part numbers, if you do break something, you know exactly which part number you're looking for. It's all in the manual. I'm going to do some upgrading to this one in another video. Today, we're going to get these batteries charged up and go out for a rip. But come on, this thing's just begging for a brushless upgrade, isn't it? We might just have to do that. Stay tuned. Well, she's a really overcast day today down at the lagoon, but hopefully the rain subsides long enough that we can go hit the skate park for a bit and hit the beach for a little bit as well. Test this thing out on some bigger jumps and watch it kick up some sand in slow motion. Please, rain, stay away. I'm going to dial up my shocks here, get myself a little more ride height, and giving us lots of nice suspension to soak up those big bumps. First impressions, I'd say the buggy is tough. It handles really well. I do have some upgrades planned for this thing to get it going a little bit quicker. I don't know, it's only a 45 amp ESC. I don't know if it's good to handle 3S. So I'm a little weary to put a 3S pack in there, but I'm still having a ton of fun with it. Let's keep going, let's see what this thing's made out of. Well guys, that was a really good bash session. I'm pretty impressed with the way that the DEERC Speed Pioneer held up out there. You know, I'll give you a quick list of some pros and some cons of this buggy. I'd say some of the pros are incredibly tough. You know, with these hits, I think on camera, they don't always sell how vicious some of these hits are, especially with music in the background and just lost sort of perception of what certain height levels are and all that. But I'll tell you, some of these hits are hard. It's up 10 feet in the air or more, landing hard, and it just keeps coming back for more. Only damage I sustained was I lost a body clip, and then I found it, and a bunch of scratches. So huge props for the toughness level of this buggy. It's super easy to control, and the controls are really geared towards a novice RC enthusiast. So if you're looking to get a gift for a kid, or someone who's looking to get into the hobby, not sure, you know, exactly how deep they want to dive in, this is a great entry point because you can adjust the throttle on it, the amount of throttle that it gives, meaning you can adjust basically the speed of the vehicle with the radio. The third pro that I would have to say is that you can modify the living heck out of these things. There's a lot of parts availability out there, and you can have a lot of fun with one of these things and really put your own personality into it. And that's one of the reasons I really like this kit, being that it came with the 2 body shells, so you can kind of have your own personality with your own body. As far as the cons go, I will say there are a couple, not too many, nothing major. First and foremost, I'd say it's a little bit slow, but that can be easily fixed with the new motor. The build quality could have been improved upon a little bit. When I say that, I really mean the assembly quality, attention to detail during assembly. I had some wheels that came loose, and the wires for the LEDs, you can see how they're just kind of hanging down there. Would have been good if right from factory they zip tied them in behind the bumper there so they don't get snagged on something. You can see the bumper's already taken some shots, so it's only a matter of time till those wires get damaged. And again, the shocks are bouncy. They look like they're non-oil filled shocks. When I read the Amazon description, it said you have to add oil. I guess I don't understand why you'd have to add oil to the shocks after the fact, especially if you're targeting a younger demographic or a new to RC demographic. Most people aren't going to have shock oil on hand, so it's kind of a bizarre thing that they don't have the shocks come pre-filled with oil. And the only other beef, which is another sort of fit and finish beef, would be in the wing. You can see how loose that fits. That's nothing I couldn't fix with some rubber O-rings, which I will install, but I just want to run this thing exactly how it came out of the box so you guys know exactly what you're going to get when you get one of your own. So that was a ton of fun, guys. That was 20 minutes pretty much. I burnt up 1 battery. Again, the kit comes with 2. I've got a spot in mind to go run the second pack. Let's go hit the beach. Four Boys RC fun fact number 315. We are at the Esquimalt Lagoon Migratory Bird Sanctuary. I love those Ford diesels. No, I don't. We're at the Esquimalt Lagoon Migratory Bird Sanctuary, which is a pretty cool spot. I'm really lucky to live here. We got swans here, peacocks, ospreys, hawks, eagles, blue herons, you name it. They all live out here. It's really a beautiful place to be. That's where I normally run my RCs on the beach. And in about 3 to 6 weeks, it's going to be completely engulfed by the ocean until next spring or summer. Tide comes in every winter and takes up my beach running spot. So, got to make use of it while we can. Well, guys, final thoughts on the DRC Speed Pioneer. I would say that it is a fun truck to bash around with. Again, really good for beginners. With the variable speed adjustment right on the radio, makes it super easy for a beginner who doesn't really know how to handle one of these things. And even when you unleash the top speed, it's not that crazy. So again, a great starter platform. And the price point cannot be beat. Again, I've got the link down in the description box below on where you guys can find one of these things, because they are really hot sellers right now. Now, for somebody like me who's been in the hobby most of his life, I can't wait to go home and upgrade this thing, put a hotter motor in it, which means I'm probably gonna have to upgrade some of the electronics as well, but I'm okay with that. I would like to do that and really unleash some power in this thing and see what it can do. And that being said, DRC does have a brushless offering on this platform as well. So I'll put links in the description box below for all of their offerings, so you guys know exactly what's for sale out there, and you can make the right purchase decision for you, your driving style, your skill level, all of the above. So if you guys like these videos, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean a ton to this teeny little tiny little channel that I'm trying to grow. And if you want to see more content on some of these DRCs and the Lulins and some of these Amazon brand RC cars, leave that in the comment section below. I've been really Tamiya Kyosho focused for the majority of the life of this channel, and maybe it's time to branch out and try something different. So let me know what you viewers think. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and as always, be excellent to each other.